Hi, my name is Shehnaz, and I'm going to go over my background, my passion, and what I am offering to people right now as far as my business goes, Ashes2sona. Ashes2sona is the way I am turning my passion into prosperity. Sona is Urdu word for gold, and our life is all about transformation. We are quantum being, and we are continually alchemically transforming ourselves every nanoseconds. If we tap into the conscious aspect of ourselves, if we use our intention, if we focus our intention to the goals, then we can materialize experiences in the form of manifestation that are more of our choosing, that are more in alignment with us, that are exactly what we need to keep moving into the new trajectory that helps us be the best in this game called life, our game called Hunger Game, or the game called Simulation Game. So, my journey started as I am from Karachi, Pakistan. I came into the world during the war between Bangladesh and Pakistan. And there was blackout. I was in an apartment, third floor. And my mom would say that I had a smile on my face even when it was the darkest hour and everybody was scared because of the war situation. So I guess attitude of gratitude was in my DNA as I came into this world. And from there on, I was raised with the parents who could love me the best way they could from the culture and the community that already had its predefined objectives. And I have a sibling, a brother, and a sister. I was raised in that environment. However, when I became aware of my consciousness, I did not like my environment. I did not like that my community that I was part of was very dictatorial in how many hours I need to spend in the mosque, believing in a certain night to be more important than the other night, and doing a certain rituals that was imposed on me. And at the same time, the school that I really wanted to spend more energy and time in wasn't encouraged by my family. So all of that truly made me realize my power as the quantum being and my limitation as a human being. And in that quest of transforming myself so that I can more be the best version of myself, I ended up living life consciously since I was very aware of me being trapped in like a genie in the bottle. I was aware that I am not able to do what I really want to do. I was aware that even though I have a free will, I truly don't have a freedom. I was aware that I have a lot of constraints right now. However, I'm going to choose a better path next time. And in that process of understanding my constraints and my choices and my circumstances, I started taking steps in the direction of what I like to do whenever I could. And one of the things, actually, two things. One of the things that was important to me was being the best in the school. So I was, and that's why I became a valedictorian in college. The second thing that was very important to me was that I would want to speak English one day. English was regarded very high in my culture and in my community and in the city Karachi at the time. And I'm talking about this is 1970s, 80s, 90s. And at the same time, I knew that I was going to the school. So my chances of speaking English was almost felt like a miracle at the time. However, I wanted to speak English one day fluently, and that was one of my goals. And I made sure that my goal stayed strong, even though I wasn't sure about my journey to speaking English, but I knew that my destiny has to be that I can speak English. So I had an arranged marriage, just like everybody else in my community would. However, the arranged marriage brought me to America, and that opened the door for me to fulfill my dream of speaking English because it became a necessity. And in the process of going through community college, going through university to pursue my engineering and to do other jobs and to interact with everybody else, mostly who would not speak the three languages I spoke, but English, encouraged me to get better and better at it. And in 5 years living in Los Angeles, I truly felt more comfortable speaking English. So I came here to America as an immigrant through an arranged marriage. And then I went through life and challenges and acculturation and integration and landed a good job at the Hughes Satellite Com, which opened the door for me to work on projects that are more exciting from my perspective, like a satellite phone or International Space Station or a rocket or a missile, mid-course defense. And that has been pretty much what I've been doing in the last 20 plus years as an aerospace engineer. And along the path of being working on exciting project, I also have been raising a family of 4 boys. And one of my oldest son is a special boy, which means he was born with more challenges than some of us. And because of that, it has caused me to grow internally in ways that I had not imagined, because children teaches you as a parent in just by default to everyone. But when the children have any kind of challenges, it just adds another extra layer of patience for you. You have to be even more patient with them. You have to be even more driven for them. You have to truly motivate them when nobody else motivates them. And I am grateful that he has made it as far as he has, and I'm hoping he's going to continually become independent. But this has really made me a better person, a stronger person, a humble person. And realizing all these challenges that we have in our lives that come as part of our choices, as part of our destiny, as part of the evolutionary path we had chosen so that we can grow, all of that truly makes us who we are. And that is the reason I authored the book, The Quantum Being, which is my favorite subject, mainly because, yes, we are the quantum being. We are more powerful than any rocket I've worked on. And I'm not just saying that because I'm actually saying it because I have proved it to myself that I am powerful enough to migrate to a country where I didn't know anyone, not even my husband. And I transformed myself to be a successful citizen as an aerospace engineer, working in the industry and working in the field that's very unique, and working with the cream of the crop people, discussing on how we're going to live on a moon and Mars. I would not have done that if I would have not followed through. English speaking, leaving the country, acculturating myself, not giving up, even though it was hard at the beginning, having to raise a family at the same time, having to raise a son who's a special born, all of that has made me realize that we have so much more power than we give ourselves the credit for. And to me, it's very important that anybody who's listening to this message knows that we are the quantum being. This is my newly released book, The Quantum Being. And I want to really highlight this for everyone by sharing my life story, by sharing everything I learned by going through spiritual schools, and by understanding the science of quantum physics, that how we converge a quantum collapse based on our consciousness, based on our intention, based on our innate desire, based on our believing in ourselves. We end up creating a manifestation from unmanifested. That is the knowledge that comes from Kabbalah, which it shows that how unmanifested transforms into manifested in the form of light, where we end up being the conglomeration of these moving electrons that becomes dense enough to form our human body. It becomes dense enough to form our human experiencing. This show of light And angels, which is same as angels, is all what we are as quantum being. So if we can truly start living like the quantum being, we would not be looking for power from other people or from other places or from other communities. We will be looking for power within and sharing it with everyone around us by love, by sharing, by teaching, by following our calling. And when we do that, that's how we all can create the heaven on earth through our convergence with ourselves and with each other. And this is a very simple concept. And the point of this concept is self-reliance and self-responsibility and self-awareness and tapping into our consciousness with intention and making it happen for ourselves and as a result for others. So we can all come together in this beautiful symphony of the music. I just recently watched the movie Avatar, and I just love the entire world that has been shown in the movie for the blue people, as they said. They live in harmony with nature. They live in harmony with each other. And that to me is how we can create heaven on earth. And we can integrate even technology with nature so that we can maximize the power of the quantum being. Because as a quantum being, it's all about integration. It's all about working together, living together, and sharing together. And it's all about making a white light of the prism from all the other lights. Because when all the other lights combine, they make white. And when we make a white, strong light, teamwork makes a dream work. This is pretty much the best way we can move forward as a human being. We can retain the human species. We can move forward with everything that's around us, including the artificial intelligence, in a way that we can work in harmony. Because how we are treating each other is how we are affecting everything else. Because if artificial intelligence is learning through machine learning by watching how we act with each other, then we are teaching them how to treat us. And if we treat each other with love and sharing and teaching and wisdom, then it will perpetuate in every aspect of our existence, including the reality we want to create by merging with technology. That is very important for us to know, that how we show up in the world is what we are telling everybody, that it's okay for us to be that way. And that is not just for human, but that goes with artificial intelligence too. So we are teaching everyone how to treat us by being treated. And that is the most important thing for us to remember, that as the quantum being, we want to show up the best every single day for ourselves and for others. We want to exude our light to the universe by following what really is in true alignment with us. And we want to make sure that everything that we do, we are aware of our actions and our repercussions, and we're aware of what we're doing to ourselves and others. And we do conscious living. And in the process, we do conscious manifesting. And by virtue of that, we are doing our part in making the heaven on earth. Have a wonderful day.